My name is Shantanu Majumdar, and I'm a barrister, mediator, and arbitrator at Radcliffe Chambers, practising in the fields of commercial litigation and arbitration. And I've been asked to say a few words about making mistakes in pupillage. It is an indispensable quality of a good pupil supervisor that he or she remembers what being a pupil was like. That means remembering that it was and is a highly demanding and competitive experience. Whether it is a positive experience depends on the attitude of both pupil and pupil supervisor. And I think this is particularly true when it comes to mistakes. It is natural and inevitable that pupils will make mistakes. So indeed do junior and senior members of the bar, and sometimes even Queen's Counsel, at the risk of dispelling an important myth. Perhaps we can keep that last bit to ourselves. I would even go so far as to say that much of the purpose of pupillage is to be able to make mistakes without adverse consequences for clients and cases. And that is obviously primarily because the pupil supervisor acts as a filter between the work done by the pupil and what is actually provided to the client or court. Sometimes those things will be very similar. Sometimes they may be very different. And it is in the latter case that mistakes may be found. Sometimes differences of opinion are just that. There is no obviously right answer, and time may even vindicate the pupil's view. In other cases, it is a matter of judgment, and this evolves with time and experience, especially when it comes to seeing problems in a wider context than pure legal analysis. Matters like the way that judges tend to decide cases and the commercial interests and vectors of the particular business sector. In other cases still, the pupil may have missed an important case or just analysed the law incorrectly. Most mistakes provide potentially valuable opportunities to learn, and both pupil and pupil supervisor need to recognise that. Some mistakes will provide lessons too obvious for further discussion. Others will benefit from constructive dialogue. And the pupil supervisor must, and in these chambers generally will, find the time to talk things through with the pupil. We spend our whole careers listening to and learning from others, and that is a process which only begins in pupillage. In a wider sense, being wrong is in many ways an inherent feature of our adversarial system of justice, in which a judge has to decide whether you or your opponent is right. Even after many, many years of practice at the bar, losing is not a comfortable experience. You don't get used to it, and nor should you. And that may, perhaps, be a comforting thought for those starting out at the bar.